Tommy won't fight Jake.
Really?
Bro.
Why? Because Jake's improved since they fought?
I was surprised when Tommy scraped away with that 1 point split decision W last time.
He made a ton of money, and I know people are mad you stayed home on a Saturday night, but you didn't pay for it. You know what I mean?
Dana White has officially canceled Tommy Fury after his third rejection of a rematch with Jake Paul. Seriously, what are these guys even doing to boxing? Once upon a time, it was about skill, heart, and actually stepping into the ring, not treating it like a game of tag with excuses. Tommy Fury had no problem nodding along when the $8 million offer was dangled in front of him, but now he's suddenly got more important things to do. What's next? Rescheduling for his Pilates class? Honestly, if these people spent half as much time fighting as they do dodging, maybe Dana wouldn't have to step in and clean up the circus. But here we are.
He gets mad when I do this, but...
After Fury rejected Jake Paul's rematch for the third time, Dana didn't hold back, slamming Tommy for what he called a complete betrayal of the sport.
We're going on saying, I won't do this and I won't do that. I will show you what I'll do. You know, Tommy will fight your brother as early as end of February or end of January, and I'll fight you on the undercard.
And as John Fury said, his son had one job to do, that is to teach Jake Paul a lesson, restore a shred of dignity to influencer boxing, and maybe cash in that $8 million offer while he was at it. But no, Tommy, the king of flip-flopping, has once again decided he's got more important things to do. What's next, Tommy? Picking out new throw pillows for the living room? Here's the kicker. This isn't just about dodging a fight. It's about Fury's audacity to act like he's still the hero of the story.
I've seen Logan Paul talk on his podcast yet again about how I don't want to fight Jake and I'm running scared. I seen Jake tweeting the other day about how he offered me X, Y, and Z on Netflix. I just wanted to come in here and say that no one's running from that fight. I beat you once already. I handed you your first loss. The minute you stepped up and fought a real boxer, you lost, fair and square.
Remember when he couldn't stop boasting about how he'd wiped the floor with Jake Paul in a 12-round fight? Yeah, those same bold claims now feel like the setup for a bad joke. Fury challenged Jake to talk serious numbers and promised a second loss without breaking a sweat. And Dana, like the rest of us, believed him.
I can give you a second loss, that's not a problem, but let's talk some serious numbers down the phone. If you want to get in touch, you know where I am. It's as easy as that. I can come back after a year and beat the pair of you. So, at the end of the day, if you want to fight, let's talk some serious numbers, you know where I am.
Big mistake. The excuses are now stacking up faster than Fury's Instagram sponsorships. And honestly, it's a terrible look. Meanwhile, Jake Paul is having a field day. He's plastered Fury's name all over social media, calling him a coward, dragging his reputation through the mud, and even taking a few low blows at Fury's personal life. $8 million wasn't enough to get Tommy back in the ring. Jake's basically handed him a golden ticket. But instead of cashing it in, Fury's out here acting like it's just another Tuesday. And let's not even get started on Jake dragging Molly May into this mess. Because nothing says professional like making it personal, right?
He doesn't give a fuck, dude. Like, look at what he just did. He doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Granted, if Tommy's man enough one day and he wants to fight Jake again, which, you know, for the right amount of money, maybe he'll do it.
But here's where it gets worse. Fury's actions are starting to look less like hesitation and more like a pattern. After beating Jake back in February 2023, Tommy was riding high, telling anyone with a microphone that he'd fight Jake again in a heartbeat. Confidence? Through the roof. Follow through? Non-existent. When it came time to actually make things official, Tommy pulled out the world's longest excuse list, demanding bigger payouts and setting up more roadblocks than a construction zone. Dana White's frustration isn't just understandable, it's overdue.
That would be awesome. And I know Jake would like that opportunity, but like he doesn't need it. And for Tommy Fury, a man in a boxing family, to act like him beating a YouTuber in a split decision by 1 point is any sort of massive victory is just pathetic to me.
This isn't just about Tommy versus Jake anymore. It's about what Fury's behavior means for boxing as a whole. Dana wanted this rematch to prove that influencer boxing could produce real fights with real stakes, not just a circus sideshow. Instead, Fury's antics have dragged the sport deeper into the mud, turning what could have been a redemption story into a full-blown disaster. Dana's not mad about the money or the missed opportunities. He's mad because Fury's behavior is an embarrassment to the sport he's spent his career building. And let's not forget, Jake Paul has plenty of reasons to want this rematch. That one loss to Fury is the only blemish on Jake's 10-1 record, and he's been relentless about settling the score.
The thing is with Jake Paul, he's never fought anybody his size, and he's never fought somebody who is actually a boxer. You know what I mean? He beat up a 40-something-year-old fucking NBA player.
For Jake, this isn't just about the money or the spotlight. It's about silencing his critics and proving he's not just a YouTuber playing dress-up as a boxer. But with Fury dodging the fight at every turn, Jake's left with nothing but frustration, and Dana's left questioning whether Tommy Fury is even worth the hype anymore. Jake Paul has never been one to hold back, especially when it comes to Tommy Fury.
And if he were actually about it and wanted to prove that he is the real boxer, he'd fight Jake again.
And let's just say, Tommy's latest move, or lack thereof, has given Jake enough ammo to fire off a barrage of insults. Turning down an $8 million rematch offer? Seriously? That's the kind of cash most people can't even dream about, and Fury's out here acting like it's pocket change. Naturally, Jake wasted no time roasting him on social media, labeling him a muppet, and because he's Jake Paul, dragging Fury's personal life into the mess. Oh yes, even Molly May Hague, Fury's ex, wasn't spared in Jake's relentless tirade. But honestly, can you blame fans for being confused? Who rejects $8 million to fight a YouTuber, especially when you've already beaten him once? Tommy Fury, apparently. And this isn't some one-off incident, it's part of a pattern. Fury's track record of bailing on fights is starting to look like a bad habit. Remember the Darren Till fight that went up in smoke? Fury blamed concerns about Till using MMA tactics, but let's call it what it is. Another excuse to add to the pile. At this point, fans are left wondering if Tommy's real opponent is his own calendar. Here's the thing. The first fight between Jake and Tommy wasn't just big, it was massive.
How Tommy's going in.
Okay.
It's like, you're a YouTuber made on the real boxer. They always say that. By the way, it's the same. You sound the same as the last guy. Same with me. I'm a real fighter. Oh yeah? Cool, bro. How'd that turn out?